Tony Robbins is a New York Times best-selling author and life strategist who has helped everybody from Wayne Gretzky to Pitbull to President Bill Clinton. He went from growing up dirt poor and being raised by an abusive mother to now owning stakes in over 50 different businesses which generate an accumulated $6 billion in annual revenue. And today we're going to learn his best advice on how you can take action. Rise and shine, it's Entspresso time!
I wake up every morning.
Espresso keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
Hey, it's Carmichael, and every morning I bring you a shot of Entspresso to help you believe in yourself more and start your day with confidence. So good morning, I believe in you, and let's do this. Tony Robbins, tell us how we start taking action.
What is it that prevents people from doing the things they already want to do in life?
The most basic answer, I'm sorry it's so simple, but it's true, it's fear. You know, people make it this complex process. This woman was telling me that I don't understand why they don't do this, why I feel this way. I said, it's called fear. Everybody's afraid we're not enough. Everybody's afraid we're not rich enough, smart enough, young enough, quick enough, fast enough. It's human nature. But the secret is to do it anyway. I know that sounds so simplistic. My work when I'm working with somebody is showing them how to condition themselves, like building a muscle, so that you take action first, automatically. Because if you don't do that, it's hard. You lose momentum. It's like, how do I get started? Where do I go? And I tell people, throw a rock, wherever it drops, start there. The next person walks by, I go, you're the first person after the rock. Do anything to start the process of moving forward rather than let fear stop you.
The reason why you haven't taken action yet is you're afraid. There might be a whole list of very logical, very practical, very logically sound reasons why you shouldn't do the thing that you want to do, but buried deep, way underneath those logical reasons you've convinced yourself of is you are just afraid. And we're very good at finding really smart reasons because you're a smart person. You wouldn't believe a dumb reason. You believe a smart reason. And that is a very logical reason that you can convince your friends and family of. But again, deep-seated is you're just afraid to take action. And until we have the courage to recognize that it's just fear and then step into that fear, you won't build the company that you want and the life that you're after. So I like to say that if there's nothing in your calendar that makes you terrified, you hate your life. If there's nothing in your calendar that you're afraid of, look at the next weeks and months ahead. If there's nothing in there that you're afraid of taking action on, you hate your life. That means you're just living in your comfort zone. It just means you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. You're photocopying your same week, your same month, your same year, and you hate it. That's what most people do, by the way. So it's not just you watching this video. That's what most people do. And so the answer isn't only do the things that you're not afraid of, it's stepping into fear. It's finding things to push your comfort zone that make you scared, that make your heart beat like this, like crazy, that you have to go off and do. I'm constantly trying to challenge myself always to step into things that I'm afraid of. This morning, I'm working on promoting my book, and I reached out to some people who I profiled on my channel, asking them for their support. They may say yes, they may say no, but I'm nervous, I'm afraid. And in my head is, what if I'm not good enough? What if they don't like it? What if they say no? What if they say yes, and I send them my book, and then they don't like it? What if I disappoint them? What if they never want to do another video on my channel, right? All of these fears that come in. And because I was afraid, now I have to go off and do it. I'm doing Instagram Lives with people that I've never met, which gives me anxiety as well. I have to interview somebody who I haven't met, who has a larger audience than I do on Instagram, and I'm gonna ask them questions. Again, I'm afraid, therefore I have to do it. I've told the people on my team, find new people who I don't know, not just the people who I've had on my show before and interviewed, people who I've never heard of. I want the challenge. I want to be afraid. I want to force myself through that fear because all your great goals, ideas, dreams are on the other side of the things you're most afraid of. Even making these videos, there's always a moment of hesitation before I make these videos, before I line all the gear up to make my Entspresso videos, because I want it to be the best I've ever done. I want this video to be the best I've ever done, and I almost never hit that target, right? It's an impossible measure, but I don't want to just show up. I would have quit a long time ago if I just showed up and said, okay, here we go. Make some more videos exactly the same way I've always done my videos, never change anything. I would very quickly hate making videos. And so it's constantly a challenge. And you've probably noticed some changes over the past few days, weeks, months, years, depending on how long you've been a fan of my channel. Everything from what I'm wearing, where the microphone's positioned, we've had it all over different places, the setting, the background, right? The camera angles shifted, my energy, my lines, what I'm seeing coming in. And sometimes it's great, and often it doesn't work out, and every time I'm afraid. And I think that's an amazing thing. I think if you're afraid, if you're scared, if it's difficult, if it's hard, then you have to go off and do it. And teaching yourself to act because of the fear, because you don't only want to do things that are inside your comfort zone. Now I've got a 3-step process that will help you bust through your fears that I think is going to help. But before that, if you want to learn how to have more self-confidence, more self-love, I have a bunch of 254 series. There's 3 of them that I'm going to link up for free below, where every day for the next 254 days, I'll send you an inspiring video to shift your mindset and unleash your inner confidence. Totally free. Links down below. See you soon.
You got to separate the vehicle from the outcome. What is it that's going to truly fulfill you? What is it that's going to give you that extraordinary life? The fact that human beings, our strongest drive is the need to stay consistent with how we define ourselves. What's going to fulfill you is different than the other person next to you. You're not going to learn that from anybody else. And you got to find it, because success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure.
Okay, my 3-step process to taking action despite being afraid. Here we go. Step number 1 is tell yourself, I do scary things. This is what I will constantly tell myself. If I want to do something and then I'm afraid, I hear myself say, that's scary, I'm afraid. My immediate step right after is to say, I do scary things. And I catch it in myself, I catch it in my son, I catch it in my wife, I catch it in my friends, I catch it in the people that I coach. Because at the end of the day, it's true. Because you do scary things. You want to build that identity for yourself that you do scary things. That being afraid is no longer an acceptable reason for not taking action. The fear is justified. You can find lots of reasons why you should be afraid. It's not a good enough reason anymore. There may be lots of other reasons why not to take action, but if it's fear, not a good enough reason anymore. Teach yourself, I do scary things. Step number 2 is what I call the boom, boom, boom test. That's your heart beating. Boom, 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 boom. So in step 1, you're catching a verbal cue. You're catching a thought process of you saying or thinking, I'm scared, I'm afraid. And you're trying to catch that and flip the direction of it into action instead of succumbing to the fear. The boom, boom, boom test is more in your body. It's not what you're thinking, it's not what you're saying, it's what you're feeling. And so some people are better at catching their thoughts and words, and some people are better at catching the sensations in their body. That's when you feel your heart going like this. Boom, 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 boom. That means go time. That doesn't mean run away. That doesn't mean be scared and hide. That doesn't mean shut down and go back to comfort. That means go. Now, again, as long as it's not something life-threatening, we're not, being robbed, we're not jumping from a balcony without a parachute, like we're not doing something stupid. Most of the things we're afraid of are other people's judgments and opinions and expectations of us. And if that's the reason why you're going boom, 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 boom in your heart, somebody says, hey, can you do this? And immediately you're like, boom, yes, let me try. Teach yourself the boom, boom, boom test. When your heart's going like this, that means it's time to take action. And what it does is shortcut the thinking process. Because immediately your head's gonna come up with all these reasons why you can't do it. Doesn't matter. Shut up, brain, we're doing it. It's a faster cue. I said scared, I have to do it. My heart's beating like this, I have to do it just because. Even if it doesn't help me build my goal. Even if it's not part of the life that I wanna build. Just because that happened, I wanna teach myself that I do these things. It shortcuts the thinking process and allows you to actually step into that discomfort, that fear, that boldness, that courageousness that you're looking for. And step number 3 is apply what I call the 2% difference. The 2% difference is stop spending so much time planning and start acting on the first 2%. What ends up happening is because we're afraid, we want to come up with a perfect plan. You want to launch a YouTube channel, you want to come up with a perfect plan of what microphone you're going to use and lighting and gear and topics and banner art and thumbnails and titles and marketing platform and strategy and all the stuff. You have to have the perfect plan. And what that perfect plan does is prevent you from taking action. Understand that you will never have the perfect plan. You can plan and plan and plan and plan and plan until you're dead, and then you look back and say, wow, I did nothing. I never acted on my idea. The best thing you can do is recognize you will never have the perfect plan, and instead of trying to plan to get to 100%, you just focus on the first 2%. If you want to have a YouTube channel, the best thing you can do is today, take out your phone and film your first video. It's not gonna be perfect. Don't expect it to be perfect. The thing you're missing is momentum. That YouTube video that you post today is the first 2%. Focus on building the first 2%. What you're missing is momentum. You're not missing the plan, you're missing momentum. You get the momentum by taking that first 2%. So if you're gonna film, you're gonna take out your phone, you're gonna film something. You say, hey, I want to start a new YouTube channel. So I'm starting. What I'm going to talk about, I'm not quite sure yet. I want to talk about my journey about being an entrepreneur, and I want to try and inspire people. And even just doing this, I'm super nervous and feel awkward. And this is probably a crappy video, but that's okay, because at the beginning you're supposed to suck. So hope you join me on my journey. Much love, and I'll see you tomorrow. Post. What about the editing? Post. What about my Post. What about the mistakes? Post. Put it up. Go. 2%. You are overthinking things. Focus on the first 2%. That's it. The 2% difference is the thing that you are missing. Go. Now I've got a really special bonus clip that I think you're going to enjoy. But before that, question of the day. I want to know, what is the 2% that you need to take action on today? What is that to build immediate momentum for an idea that's in your head? Let me know. Put it down in the comments below. And if you're still here watching, you made it this far in a video, and you promise to take action after watching it. We don't just watch videos, we do something in our life about them. Give me a hashtag believe down in the comments below. I want to celebrate you.
Dr. Alfred Golson, who has since passed, was a very unusual guy. And he told me, he said, Mr. Brown, you have cancer. I said, can you give me a second opinion? He said, yes, and you're ugly too. I said, oh my God. So I didn't have a chance to have fear, because those 3 words, you have cancer, 3 of the most feared words in 7 different languages. I saw it as a fight. And from that time to this time, my PSA was 2,400. And that stands for prostate-specific antigen, and now it's below 0 and metastasized to 7 areas of my body, which was a good thing, because 7 is my lucky number. Okay, so I never was fearful that I was going to die from it, and I think that I read something by Dr. Norman Cousins. He wrote a book called The Biology of Hope, and he talked about the fact that when something happens to you, you don't deny it, you defy it. And I was defiant that I'm going to beat this, I'm going to handle this. That there are people who many times when something happens to them, that they embrace it from a place of fear, and it takes them out. And L.C. Robinson said, things may happen to you and things may happen around you, but the most important things are the things that happen in you. And you have to stand up inside yourself and deal with it and handle it.
If you want to know the simple habits that Tony Robbins says will change your life, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.